Hey everyone, and welcome back to Farming Simulator. This is the Everything Challenge. We are deep into grass mowing season. I just did the area in front of our greenhouses. Welcome back to this series. The goal of the last couple of episodes and today is to build up our farm empire, and particularly get a whole lot of fields bought. And I'm happy to say that we've achieved that. And we're about to go and reap the rewards of one of those. We just bought this land in front of us, and we're going to definitely get the grass mowing done. Oh, that was a bit unexpected. I thought he was going to turn right. So this field right in front of us, we have a contract on. You can see there it's 28% complete, and I'm just going to tell the worker to go, and hopefully they can work out what's what. Yeah, so the grass needs to be mowed on that, and we own these two over here. So we'll let the mower, whatever that wants to do that. And yeah, then we'll mow this. So while we're waiting for access to our mower, what I thought I would do is leverage all of the spare tractors we've got and get some contracts done. So let's have a look, if I get the right menu, let's have a look at what contracts there are. So barrel wrapping's pretty easy, 8 grand. You know, just for fun, let's do that for a little bit. I'm going to borrow the items. I said I was going to leverage the tractors we've got. Actually, let's leverage the tractors. So we don't own a hoe. We do own a plow. So let's accept that contract. And we will jump into, I think the green one, this old guy, actually weirdly has a huge amount of horsepower. And undo that. Undo. Is there a... What is that? Is there a stump there? Oh, no, it's my weight. Ha! That's, why can't I pick that up? Why can't I pick that up? Ah, that's annoying. It's, what's wrong with you? Why can't you pick up? So, we might have to super strength it and make it like that. Yeah, I meant to drop off the trailer. It looks like I dropped off the weight instead. There we go. All right. Goodbye, trailer. And let's go grab our plow, which is over here on the right-hand side. Yeah, beautiful mod. I love this. The 9T, 6T plow mod. Definitely a little bit of a cheat, a bit OP. It definitely is very wide and lets you do plowing very easily. So we just need to go down the road a bit. Yeah. But for this situation, I think it's going to go fantastic. Down the road. Yeah, so this is the 6-meter version. Not too wide. I don't think it would cost that much to modify it to make it the wide version either. So we may do that at some point. The fields aren't huge on this map, so I'm not overly worried about doing that too soon. Yeah, I mentioned this last episode. This map's definitely got a different vibe compared to No Man's Land, which is how we did the FS22 version of this. FS22 was much bigger, squarer fields. You know, you might say it's a more classic American type one. And hopefully the worker will be happy. Can you do it? Can you do it? Yeah, so yeah, because of the smaller plot sizes and a little bit more curvy nature to it, I think we'll end up using a lot smaller equipment. It won't be that massive type of thing. Right, well there's that going. It's going to be really fast. That mod just does a fantastic job. And that's a quick way of making some bucks. Let's jump across to home. How's the mower going? Yeah, a couple more stripes, then we can get that back. Let's clean up ourselves and get our truck back to home. This was over at the playground dropping off some wood, and it gave us enough money to allow us to buy that field that we were just on. Yeah, we can park that right here. Yeah, we do have a stone picker. We got it on sale. So that's something that we could put out into the world if we had a chance. What do we have left? Yeah, so let's use this one to get the bales picked up because they are going to get in the way. So we won't be able to TED or windrow the contract field. It'll say it's not allowed. So there's nothing really we can do over there. Actually, we could work on this field. But yeah, it's just bumping around and having fun between pieces of equipment. I think we probably could have one more tractor in our fleet. So yeah, maybe 2 for contracts and 2 for what we're working on. I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, please. I believe the limit for AI workers is 3. You can only have 3 running at a time. So risky 4 tractors is the limit because you'll have 3 on the AI and 1 on your person. So I think 1 more tractor would be nice. I don't know what size that would be. I think a behemoth on this map probably doesn't make sense. You're probably looking at the other end and maybe a grape suitable tractor. That way when we do grape work and olives, we've got something to use. I don't like buying things that aren't going to be used. It costs a lot of money to buy a tractor and stuff like that, and you really want to make sure you're going to get your return on investment for it. Harvesters is one of those things where you need to have a very, very big crop to justify a harvester purchase versus just hiring them. Contract finished. Nice. So that mower's done, so we can steal that and get it to go work on our own land. Actually, you know what? Let's do that straight away. Where's the blue one? Yeah, we won't be able to do that stripe because the contract's finished, but it's fine. And you start it on the bigger field. We'll plow this middle field today and turn it into one after this is done. I assume if I hold down B, I can just say 2 headlands, I guess. Okay. Go. And are you going to be happy? Are you going to go? Yeah. And yeah, let's finish picking stuff up. Alright, that's all picked up. I think we can just park that right there for now. What do we want to do next? Probably the Tedder makes sense. So let's disconnect that. It's good to see that's nearly 4. I think we're going to end up with 2 or 3 of those. One of the things I have done in the past on my Xbox game of this, so stuff that you've never seen versus PC, is rather than getting bale storage, I just continue to buy trailers. And so basically when I pick it up, I never drop it off again. And I just have a fleet of trailers. And so yeah, investing in trailers is a little bit cheaper. So if we look at the trailers, the auto-loading trailers, what segment is that going to be under? It's going to be here. This one, so it's $50,000, right? So they're not cheap. I mean, obviously we could get these types too, but I don't want to get a mod that auto picks stuff up and puts it onto something like that. I want to put the effort in and actually pick it up myself. So that's 50 grand, right? If we want to put down a shed to do roughly the same thing, what you're looking at is it's about 29,000. So yeah, I suppose it's probably more one of these, like $60,000. Okay, so I was going to say that sometimes it's just cheaper to have lots of trailers and then not have the effort of having to load it and unload it over and over again. But you're probably going to want 4 or 5 trailers. On the Xbox, I had like 10 trailers. Mainly because on the Xbox, I think it was just harder to do stuff. I wonder if I can get the AI to help here. Probably not. I'll just do it manually. Yeah, so there is a debate whether you want to just go and have a whole fleet of trailers. That's an interesting way of approaching it. So yeah, let me get this mown at least, and we'll re-adjourn and see where we are after I've done a little bit of gameplay for a little bit, because you don't need to see me do grass a second episode in a row. And then we'll play with this land. I'm actually planning to plow it, and or at least plow this road. We may plow all the way to the end. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, let me play with this for a while, and we'll see where we are. Mowing is done, and I'm now starting to do the windrowing. I'm being a little bit cheeky here, trying to grab a little bit of that contract from the right hand side over to our land. I'm not sure how much I can push it before it says, hey, this isn't yours. I mean, we're only talking about a couple of dollars worth, so it's not critically important I get everything. Oh, the work has completed a task. It means the plow is available. Great news, we'll need that to get rid of the path between the two fields. Oh, it looks like I can be quite sneaky here. The mow went pretty fast. It wasn't too bad. I think I'm going to extend the field a little bit out into the verges, mainly because it's still relatively flat. I don't want to go too far because I do know that if we try to put a harvester onto it, which is the long-term goal here, we do want to turn this into a wheat field. Actually, that's already done. That the head will get jammed on the ground if there's a bit of a slope, but I think we can get a couple more yards at least, and it's pretty easy just to run along with the blade. We will have to reseed it, of course. But yeah, I realized that I was going up and down on the original field and not that last box, and I was kind of wasting my time. So I got the mowing finished, that way I can do what I'm about to do now and just go all the way to the end. Yeah, I think getting these two merged together is a pretty good idea. I think the size of this last one's just too small and doesn't make sense. I mean, it's good at the start of the game so you can buy something cheap, but it doesn't really have the best long-term use having such a small one. This corner over here is actually a little bit steeper than it looks, and it does bog down the implements a bit. And so we'll have to be careful with that corner when it comes to a harvester. Yeah, pretty good. There's a lot of grass here, but unfortunately on the right hand side that's not going to be accessible, but there's probably 20 grand's worth. So trailers, what are we going to do about the spare bales which don't fit on the trailer? I don't know if I feel it's wise financially to buy a shed right now, just so we have an auto loading of them into something. I think I'm just going to put them on the ground neat and tidy somewhere, and we'll just have to pick them up again. Risky, we're going to cost ourselves some time rather than money. Ooh, don't go in the river. We'll have to buy ourselves a power washer at some point. Everything's getting a little bit dirty. Yeah, so you can see I've already done the ones in front of us. Yeah, I realize I should be doing full stripes. But yeah, I'm happy with this. For the last 2 months, we have bought a lot of land and brought in a lot of money. I think with the carpentry and the greenhouses and the kind of trickle of silage money, we're looking at around maybe $75,000 a month, which is awesome. So if we can continue to do that, we should be able to buy a fair bit of land. I don't think it's wise to be spending money on tractors or trailers or anything else like that. I think we've got the right equipment for now. I think the priority is farm land, and then after that passive income. I don't want active income because the amount of labor it takes is huge. So I'm trying to, from a long-term point of view, trying to think of ways of getting money out of the environment without too much time, because the thing that really bogs you down with the Everything Challenge is the upkeep. And so you want everything to be as passive as possible. So when it, oops, wrong side of the road, not in England. Yeah, you want to, auto sell the pallets out of the productions. You want to auto deliver them between productions. I know you may say that, hey, that's semi-cheating, but it's the only way practically one person can achieve this challenge. But yeah, this will be the last crop off of a lot of this land because we will be putting down greenhouses. Yeah, so I think the next thing will be greenhouses, then it will be land, probably that piece of land right next to where we were. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do one more cycle of the grass on that land, and then in 3 months' time, we can buy 44, join it all together, and then put wheat onto it. And then that land's going to get locked for a year because wheat takes 10 months to grow. So then we'll have to focus on something else. Probably, I don't know if we have the land for it. I was going to say probably cows, but I don't know where they would go at this point. What I might do is just grind through the months and just get trees cut down and turn into carpentry goods and do something like that and just build up a bank account. I mean, it would be lovely. Oh, I'm wishing it would be lovely to go automated cows from day one rather than something which we riskily had to just throw away. But I think the automated cow enclosure is like $500,000. The other thing we could consider doing, which I don't know makes sense, is to pay down the loan. So we have our $10 million loan, or it is a $1 million loan, which I haven't spent. None of it's been drawn down yet. So yeah, that might be the other thing to focus on. These lines are pretty straight, actually. I think we actually probably could have picked up these with the baler without having to windrow. I will do it anyway. So yeah, let me get this done and we will re-adjourn with baling in full motion, and then we'll finish off the episode with some judicious ploughing and reseeding. And this is the last bale. We're pretty good. Along the way I had to go down to the shop and buy more netting, so that's actually a good thing. It means we've been actually making a huge number of bales. But that's the grass work done for this 3-month period. I think I'm going to park the baler right next to where this tether is. That shouldn't be a bad spot for it. Let's run over to the farm and, well, that's farm, the far fields. Why are you sitting there, buddy? That's weird. And get some of these picked up. While I was going up and down and left and right and all that stuff, I was debating where do I even want to store these bales, because on a lot of our land it's very undulating and they're just going to roll into places. So I think the answer is actually up on the farm, in the farmers market right there. It actually has a fair bit of open space, and it doesn't really matter that we don't own the land as far as a storage point of view. Yeah, these bushes are a little bit annoying. I'm 50% debating, do I want to get rid of them via ploughing or do I just want to go along with a chainsaw? I think I might do a mixture of both. So, is that the first load? No, there's still one more row left. It's 21 out of 24. I do love this round baler. I know particularly Daggerwin hates round bales and prefers square ones, but I think that's because he does forklifting a lot more and telehandling, and I would agree with that. For those ones, 100%, I think the square ones are easy to deal with, but from a raw capacity, these things are huge, and 24 is a lot of bales, where the auto bale loader for square bales only holds like 14 or 12 or something. And so if you want raw capacity and speed to pick up and everything, I think the round ones win. As I said before, on my Xbox series, I just have trailers as my storage mechanism. Alright, so I need to park this somewhere where the arm can easily swing down and pick them up again. And somewhere out of the way. So probably, yeah, I can just swing around the opposite direction and pick them up along this road. So yeah, I think this might be a good spot for them. And they just get delivered into that trigger spot right there from a selling point of view. Just stay still and it should come off nice and square. And then if you just tap them a little bit. Ah, I messed it up. Ha! Here I was trying to make it even more neat and tidy, and I made it worse. Anyway, well, that's extra justification of using that fence as a thing that stops them rolling off. Alright, let's go pick the rest up. I don't know how many loads there are. I assume maybe 3 or two and a bit, or at least 2 unloads. Yeah, I was able to steal a little bit of the grass from this contract. You can see how there's no grass near the verge here. Obviously, there's a limit of how far you can reach into the other field and pull grass out. But I got a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 bales worth. Every bit helps. Especially at this point. There's going to be a point maybe 20 episodes from now where I think money is going to be a little bit more free and easy. But right now I am, chasing after every last $1,000, and yeah, we'll move into the care about $10,000 range pretty soon. And there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is going to be 14 on this load. And that's not too bad. Yeah, so before we know it, we'll own this other field. I think it was it $57,000, I want to say? Actually, we can get the money for the ploughing done. And mowing is going to be as good as it gets. That's not going to change. Yeah, so this one, $72,000. So, yeah, it's probably we'll buy the 3 missing greenhouses. They're 36, so that's 100 grand. And then we'll buy that piece of land. So yeah, the next $200,000 is kind of earmarked for those projects. So we've probably got about $30,000 in silage, maybe 40, and then 2 or 3 months, or more than that, maybe 4 or 5 months of carpentry goods will get us up to that. So yeah, but in 120, in 4 months, we should own that piece of land. So that's pretty cool. Why is everybody stopped here? Is there a rolled? I don't see any rolled silage bale or anything on the road. Weird. Yeah, I definitely know that backlog over there is caused by a silage bale. It rolled behind the house. So hopefully, annoyingly, this won't be more than a load. I mean, it's great to have more than a load from a money point of view, but it'd be great if we could just keep it on the trailer. So there's, what's that? 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be too many. Yeah, you can see that one behind the house that's holding back traffic. Yeah, we're going to end up with a couple of spare. Because of that, what we'll do is we'll just completely unload everything. There's no reason to keep it on the trailer. I don't think there's a contract about hauling bales. I think there's only bale wrapping, not bale delivery, I don't think. And there's the wood one where you can go pick up wood from the side of the road with a wood hauler. Alright, let's drop this off. Yeah, I'm making the progress. We're getting there. Yeah. It's always going to be a slow start, but it's kind of exponential the more land you get. Particularly land. I keep on dancing around the point, but land is the way to win this game, or to make rapid progress. Land. So that's actually over here's a good spot we could store it too. The more land you have, the more money you can get off of it, and the more land you can buy, and rinse repeat. And off you come. This time I'm going to run forward. That's the other way of doing it. Nice slow walk. Don't bump into it to make it tight this time. Don't mess it up. Don't clip on the sunflower either. You gotta wait for that trolley, or you can call it tray thing, to come back before the sidearm comes back. There it goes. Yeah, I'm not sure why this white car is just sitting there. I was never, I mean, that was a school bus before, so something's up. Something is up. Using a movie quote, something's up at the Circle K. It's a Bill and Ted's Adventure quote. Something's afoot. Is something afoot at the Circle K? Or, yeah, something's afoot at the Circle K. Come on, come on. There we go. We do have that planter on hire. Maybe what we should be doing is planting some trees around the edge of those fields that we've just been making. You know, every last inch of land is valuable, and there's a bit of a triangle of land that we're not going to be able to plow because it's just too steep. So yeah, maybe wise to, you know what? I was going to sell these, but no. I was just going to get rid of them, but no. Let's just dump them over here with the rest. Yeah, so that's something we could do, is plant some trees. Sooner the better, because, you know, they take years to grow. Look at that, neat and tidy. Alright, let's run over the field. And let's go have some play with plows. Yeah, this needs to be turned into a road. I need to buy the land and then sell the land just to get the access to it. Alright, let's have some plow fun. Should we make a thumbnail? There we go. Thumbnail. I have no idea whether that's the thumbnail or not, but it could be. Alright, the plan is to make this a little bit wider. So the very first thing I want to do is make it wider this way. We might as well get the extra land. What's the allow create field thing? It is allow fields Y. There it are. So that was our left button and Y on the Xbox controller. And I think, much like with No Man's Land, I'm going to try to line up to 0, you know, perfect 90 degrees before we get moving. So I'm going to come back this way a bit. And where's 90? Come on, 90. 88.9, 89. 90. So in theory, if I just drive forward, oh, it's jumping around. Actually, it looks like FS 25 may not be as easy to stay in a straight line. We may not have a perfect grid here, but we'll give ourselves a little bit more space here. I mean, we will be ploughing this road out eventually anyway. And yeah, we may as well come along with the stone picker since we own one. That shouldn't take too long. So I've been doing this for an hour and 7 minutes, but a lot of that will be cut out, 100% sure. So if this is a little bit long of an episode, thanks for watching for so long. We'll get this done pretty soon. I want to make sure that we have this all done and dusted. This area, yeah, this area right here is where I think we should plant some trees. Let's use this area so you can see the edge of the farm is there. So let's make that a straight edge, because the plan is to put wheat here long term, and so it'll be wherever the harvester is going. It seems that the road is a good candidate to go away, but I don't want to be up on the hill too much because the head of the harvester will just get jammed. So we'll only do about that. Yeah, so because I'm not going to be I'm not going to be plowing that hill too much, I'll go over with a chainsaw and get rid of those bushes because they're a bit annoying. And I'm going to do this as if it's the final thing, and that'll do. It'll be a bit ugly, but we're going to own this piece of land relatively soon. Yep, and then there's a tiny corner here to clean up. And what else do we need to do? We need to get rid of the road in the middle. Yeah, this 6 MT, so 6 meter, 9 meter lizard plow is the best. It's one of the mods I waited for to come out before I started the series because I just knew that using the traditional plows that turn the soil over, like curl it, they're just so annoying and so slow that I wasn't interested, because I know that I'm going to have to open up a huge amount of land in doing this challenge. And there we have it. We, in just a couple of minutes, 2 minutes, now have one massive field. I've seen people online say that the AI can't traverse fields which have joined, and then other people go, oh no, it works. So I have no idea, and we'll find out when it's harvest time. So we'll put grass in this for the next 3 months, much like the other field that's way up over there past the water tower. And then that field and this field will get turned into a grain crop. You know what? I didn't go the furthest I could go here. Let me absolutely max this out. Let's see if we can get rid of this whole thing now. I don't know where the property line ends between the two fields. Trying to make this plausibly where it's going to be in the future. So I don't know where the line's going to be. But yeah, if we can plow this now, that'd be awesome. Looks like we can, even though we don't own it. Okay, well, that's good news. A little bit more rock crossing to do. But that's fine. Yeah, and so we have what looks to be one field. The game won't be happy about it. This may, this may make the AI very upset. I don't know how well it's going to deal with properties that aren't owned but fields that are adjoined. So yeah, that'll be fun. And we'll just curve this round, and that'll do. Not the best, but that's fine. Alright, let's go get a seeder. Alright, everything gathered. We've got the seeder and the fertilizer, and more importantly, we've got the rock crusher. And away we go, or rock collector, whatever it's called. We don't have access to the land. Where's the line? Where's the line? It looks like it's going to be just outside, maybe? Yeah, let's just do a stripe around the stuff we clearly own. And get these rocks picked up. While it's quickly doing that, let's have a look at the state of it. So it does need liming, which is the new area, and obviously we'll need to fertilize the green bit, or the grass bit that we've just done. That will bring it up to 100%. Nice. I don't know whether we got a free fertilization. We did not. We did not get a free fertilization for plowing in the grass into the ground. So this will need a second layer of fertilization for the roads. Yeah, we might want to use the smoothing tool here a bit. It goes up and down. This is what I'm worried about with the harvester. This is the type of thing where the head kind of scrapes on the ground, and then it won't actually pick up the crop. Yeah, it's good to have the stone picker used for the first time. Haven't done that yet. We definitely should be using it on contracts. I assume there's contracts out there. Stone picking. Yeah, see, there's a $5,000 pick one right there. We could just set it off, let the worker do the effort, and all we have to do is periodically go over there and empty the hopper off into a trailer. And I'm sure we have a trailer suitable to put the rocks in. And then we get to sell the rocks as well. So yeah, we should be doing that a little bit more often. As I said, that's why we want to have so many tractors. We want to have them all active. There's no point having an asset that's not being used. And yeah, I think that'll do. We'll just do one lap like that, and I think it may allow us to do another one through the middle there on the left-hand side. So I might do that as well. And then obviously we have to do this cross one. So let's do the cross one first. And ready to go. I don't know if there's stones inside the grass itself. My understanding, which is I'm sure 100% could be wrong, my understanding is all the stone picker does is it reduces the wear and tear on equipment. So if you have no stones, the the maintenance rate or the damage rate on like a harvester and stuff is decreased. I don't think it has any effect on yield, as far as I know. Now the maintenance, when you get to a certain point, does I think affect yield. Look, we own this land. Weird. See, I don't know how wide it is. I think we just don't own the last 3 or 4 feet. So 200 litres, that's going to be like $10 worth of stones, not much. There was a mod in 22 where you put stones in and lime came out, but it wasn't at a very high rate. And so I don't think it really ever really paid back the cost of the production. So yeah, there's a lot of productions like that. We go, oh, just put this down and make more things in the chain, but when you actually do the math, you're better off just buying the raw ingredient from the shop. The lime shop is just in the market thing in front of us. We don't have an applicator for it, so lime won't be our focus for a while, probably at least another 20 episodes, 30 episodes before we invest in lime technology. I think, you know what, that'll do. There's some stones around the edges, but I don't care. Well, stone thing got used for the first time. Awesome. I'm going to be lazy and just leave that there. Let's get the seeding done. Oh, don't hit everything. Alright, try again. And turn it on, lower it down. It's already on grass. And we'll get a little bit more grass put into the world. Now we could have mulched. Can you mulch grass? I know you can roll that. So what rolling does is get rid of the weeds, which don't really matter with grass. And more importantly, it gives you a free fertilization level. The problem is rollers are quite expensive. They're like $20-something thousand. So you need to roll a big piece of land to justify that cost. And so I'm not a big advocate of it. And it's only going to give you with mulching, it gives you like a 2% benefit. So I don't think, much like with lime, I don't think we'll be doing much rolling or mulching for any time soon. We'll do it from an everything challenge point of view, like at least once we'll just do it. But yeah, that is in our future. The one thing it's wise to get done sooner than later is olives and grapes, just because it takes 10 years to pay off a vine economically. So but the problem is we just don't have the money for it. So Grapes may be one of those things, like I think in 22 we actually worked out that, helps if I turn the machine on, we worked out that we actually never actually made profit from it. But yeah, we'll get it done. You know what, this might not be a bad vineyard, this area. Actually, no, across the road, over there, in that gap over there, that probably will be a good vineyard. We can use a piece of land that is a bit more undulating with vineyards. So yeah, maybe if we end up getting a piece of land that has a bit of a dip in it, that will be where we'll do that. So we can get, my backing skills are any good. Look at that, I actually did a half decent job. And there we have it, those two fields are joined at least laterally. And we just need to do a stripe along the side, and I think we can say that this area is good to go as our new grass extension. Let's go this way, and then it's only going to last 3 months, and then we'll start doing grains, and then we'll have to buy a flour mill. Talk about buying things. I don't know if I want to buy the big productions. I don't think I'm going to buy the small ones, the new ones to 25. I think I'm only going to buy the big ones. But I don't know whether I want to put them on my land or someone else's land. In 22, I had them all in the yard, all local, right? And I had two major industrial areas. I had one that was very, chimneys and stuff. That stuff went into one area, and then the lower stuff, more like shops, went in another. And I liked the aesthetic of that because it was like making a little village. But I had a lot more land in 22 because it was no man's land. For 25, for this map, I think it may be that we'll just end up buying the productions that are already placed. I think I would rather use the land for the productions as farmland on this map. I did consider restarting the series on Calmsden, but decided against it. It's a beautiful map, but it's even more pokey than this, and it would be super frustrating trying to get everything done on it, and particularly with all the stone walls and stuff, that makes it very hard to maneuver between fields. I think, quite frankly, I would have enjoyed it aesthetically, but I would have got frustrated with it pretty fast, I think, and given up on the series, quite frankly. Yeah, the problem with this type of series is the longer it goes, the more debt I have to pay between episodes. So at the moment, basically, I'm doing the carpentry and the greenhouses. Well, that's already getting me up to around the half-hour mark. With 22, I was just doing water and stone for the gold mine, so that was about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But yeah, as time goes on, if you the more fields you've got and the more distance between everything, it just gets harder and harder. Alright, so have we... I think I've done the other region on the right hand side completely. I think I'm just joining this bit. I'm probably not in land that I can mow, but we may be able to steal it. I don't know what happens with a contract, so I assume the contract is just going to fill up all farm land that's been produced on the property. So grass will probably extend all the way over to here, and so we'll be able to mow it and pull it into our world a little bit. As I said, we're going to own this in 3 or 4 months anyway. And around the corner, and that's done. And you can pack up. I think I'm going to park this actually right here, because I'm pretty sure we're going to come back and put wheat on this relatively soon. So that can get parked there. Let's grab our lovely old green tractor, and we will finish this off with a judicious fertilization. Yeah, the whole thing needs fertilization, including everything, including the new paths. So yeah, let's do that, and we'll sign off. What an episode! That was really enjoyable. I definitely just enjoy picking up all the bales and doing all the mowing stuff. I know it's a little bit boring off camera, so that's why I've cut it out. But more importantly, I really enjoyed joining these two farms together. It's been a goal since the start of the series, and yeah, I'm happy that we're making progress. We'll see this grow one cycle of grass, and then this whole land will become the start of our grain empire. So that will be fun to see all that happen, and everything else that is involved in the Everything Challenge. To make sure you're subscribed, and yeah, put down in the comments if there is any particular field type or animal that you would like to see sooner or later, and yeah, we'll try to get that done. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Everything Challenge. Bye everybody.